My sweet suffering, all my sorrow. I share them with you. Let's duel!
Welcome to this installment of the Digimon 30-Day Challenge as part of Digimon Month 2019 here on the Code Crown YouTube channel. Originally, I found this on Twitter via the user Dorumiko, and while I completed this challenge back from September to October 2018, I thought it might be fun to do it over for Digimon Month 2019 and have the chance to expand on some of my answers outside the limits of the Twitter text limit, as well as maybe see if my answers have changed or evolved since then. Puns. So let's get cracking with today's question.
So day 25 is asking, what is my favorite episode? And I'm going to be honest, I think I've copped out on the answer here. I do apologize for this video being late. I never got around to recording it in the last session. And funnily enough, it turns out I never did it on the Twitter challenge. I seem to have just forgotten that day. So the challenge goes day 24, day 26, as if I was like, oh yeah, no, I did that. But yeah, I think I've copped out. While I could say in adventure, it was probably the arrival of Skull Greymon, because it was an interesting thing to see the whole idea of the kids are in danger evolution win. That whole thing turned on its head because Taichi was, well, Taichi was being a bit of a dick, you know, or the final battle against Edamon, not Metal Edamon, but just Edamon, where we see Metal Greymon for the first time. That's a really good episode because it's a nice redemption arc that you've seen Taichi go through since the arrival of Skull Greymon. Savers, I could have gone with Masaru versus Suguru. That's such a good episode. There's I have a lot. I have a lot of episodes that I go back and forth on, and I think this is my favorite episode. And then I wake up a couple of days later and go, no, it's this one. No, it's this one. So I had to really think of something for this video series that really drives it home, and something that I think can be relatable on all levels. And as I said, it's kind of a cop out because I've done nothing over the last 25 days but bash this series. My favorite episode is Digimon Cross Wars episode 78. Yep. An episode from the Young Hunters arc, or season, whatever you want to call it. And that is, it's the legendary Cross War. Because why isn't it? Right? The legendary Cross War sees the heroes from the 5 previous seasons team up with the heroes from the current season at the time. Obviously, Applemon's not a thing at this stage. It sees them all team up against a threat that looks to destroy the real and digital worlds and time and space itself. So the old man clock owner uses the powers of his partner Clockmon to bring the heroes of the past together with the heroes of the present to put an end to a threat that looks to destroy all of time and space. And it's so cathartic. Like, it's Cross Wars Young Hunters is a filler season. Like, it is a 24, 25 episodes, whatever. And 6 of those episodes are maybe plot relevant. Maybe 7. Yeah, I know. I can hear your gasps of, what? But there is a point in this arc where they start building up the idea of the heroes from the previous shows coming into it. And it starts with Tai and Masaru. And then it's, then you see Mimi and Rika. And then you have silhouettes of Miyako, Ryo, TK, Hikari. There's Joe is there. There's he's but it all culminates in this legendary cross war. And I call it that for a number of reasons. A, the song that plays during this segment is called Legend Cross Wars. Okay? Now, there's a bit of English involved. Because I don't think it's meant to be Legend of the Cross War. Or the Cross Wars Legend. I think it is genuinely meant to be the legendary Cross War. Because at the same time Cross Wars was out, Toei and Bandai's other big popular franchise, Super Sentai, what we know in the Western world as Power Rangers, was doing their Goat Kaiju series, which had or Go Sager, either one. These two series are incredibly linked. But they were doing the Legendary War, which had all the Ranger teams from the past 30 years at that stage, or 35 years at that stage, come together and battle a big, great threat. So Digimon was sort of doing its own version of that. And what we ended up with from it is something so fun and so cathartic and nostalgic and almost continuity breaking at a push. There are ways you can work this legendary cross war into the continuity of all 6 seasons, but it's one of these things where it's best not to think about it and you just enjoy it for what it is. And that's what I'm going to do for this video. I'm just going to let the clip run so you can see, or maybe try and get an idea for what it's like for a fan who has followed this series or this franchise almost since its inception or at its initial localization, to see all these past heroes, or these past evolutions, just everything come together. Like, there's this really cathartic bit where Masaru teams up with Omega Shoutmon to punch out enemies. And it's great because Shoutmon and Taichi's Agumon have the same voice actress, Chika Sakamoto, but Masaru's partner is also an Agumon. So you've got this really cathartic thing where he's teaming with a Mon who's voiced by another version of him. It does a whole thing. So I'm just gonna let it run, and I hope you enjoy it. And I apologize, there are no subtitles for this, but I don't think it needs them. I think you get a feel for what's happening. Taichi's Agumon does, joke about the fact that Masaru's Agumon can fly at the start, but that's about it. Let's go.
可愛い後輩たちのためだ。なんぼでも体張れるぜ。惚れたぜ。その心意気。なんすかあの人。いきなりデジモンぶん殴った。間に合ったな。俺が無敵の喧嘩番長大門勝だ。あの時助けてくれた。
あのアグモンは空も飛べるんだね。まあいいじゃないかアグモン。俺は八神太一。こいつは相棒のアグモン。よろしくね。
いいぞブイモン。俺は本宮大輔。太一さんの後輩だけど今は同い年だ。
どういうこと？あの二人は同じ世界の違う時間から来たんだよ。
すごいな。あの二人が揃って見られるなんて。
俺、神原拓也。ああ、俺だけ横にデジモンいないけど気にしないで。
僕はテイマー松田貴人。パートナーはギルモン。こっちも負けてられないぞ。アグモン進化だ。
俺たちも何なんですかあの人たち。デジモンと合体したりデジモンに変身したり、何なんすかあの人。何なんですか。
やったースブラックバスタ
ファイヤーフォー
やっと片付いた。あれ、みんなは？
何やってんだよジョー。みんな東京の手伝いに行くって言っちゃったよ。
そうなの？大丈夫かブイモン。マグナモンは時間短いのが難点だよな。
待たせたな大輔。来
たな
太一さんや拓也くんの仲間も一緒だ。
よーし行くぜブイモン。
行けスティングモン。
こっちも行くぞウォーグレモン。拓也兄ちゃん、みんなの力連れてきたよ。
よし気合い入れていくぞ。
今度はデジクロスしたちゃいますな。あのオメガモンはただの合体。あっちはジョグレス進化のインペリアルドラゴン。そっちのはエンシェントスピリットエボリューションでスセノーも今に。ご丁寧にあざまーすってどなたですか。
また会えたねデュークモン。
グラニー来てくれたんだ。
力を合わせるよ。
デュークモンクリムゾンモードか。こっちもバーストモードだシャイングレイモン。
俺もやるぜ。おっと派手なのが来るぞ。みんな隠れてろ。
全部やっつけちゃった。でもまだ本体はかすり傷一つついてないわ。
数でも勝てないと知ったな。次の手が来る前にこちらも準備だ。
ありがとうグラニー。きっとまた会えるよね。
すげえ本当にスーパースターの勢揃いだ。
Right, and so after that little bit, right, and then you have Tageru like in shock at this whole series of superstars that's assembled in front of him. Like then, you know, there's a betrayal within the group, and basically Taiki is taken out of the rest of the series, and it's up to Tageru to prove himself as a main character on the level of the other five, and you know, it's Tageru, so he fails. But personal opinion. But, you know, the drama's there. There's something to it all. And as much as I dislike Cross Wars Young Hunters, as much as I might rag on 02 a lot, and I think Frontier is questionable, I can't deny that there's just something really special about seeing all these characters together. I mean, look at this bit here from episode 2 episodes prior with Mimi and Ruki.
大丈夫かねね
遅い。私にいいとこ見せるつもりだったの？
バカ言うな。それに俺一人じゃ勝てなかった。なぜ助けてくれたんだ。君たちもハンターなのか。
ハンターじゃない、助っ人かな。日本での決戦が近いみたいだよ。
So one thing I'm sure you've noticed from these two clips is that a lot of characters don't speak, right? And obviously there's budgeting reasons behind that. Bringing in, you know, all these characters and all these voice actors. It's not like the Power Ranger equivalent with the Legendary War, where you can just stick a bunch of extras in the suits and you don't really have to show their faces. You know, people have expectations of these characters and voices. The episode with Mimi and Ruki, Taichi and Masaru show up in that as well. And Shine Greymon actually has a whole lot of speaking roles. But he's dialed back then for the actual Cross War. Because I'm sure Ken's voice actress, Romy Park, I'm sure she cost a fortune alone. But then you have all these people, you know, so I'm sure there's budgetary reasons behind it. Guilmon just doesn't talk, you know. Chika Sakamoto's working double time because Agumon and Shoutmon are this, you know, voiced by her. But it doesn't take away from anything. You know, it's not. You probably didn't even realize it until I pointed it out. And if you did, fine, but I don't think it took anything away from the scene itself. And I don't think it takes anything away just from the grandeur and spectacle of seeing all the shows come together in this little microcosm that can it is continuity breaking, but I think there's little elements of things that you know, I think can work in the overall grand scheme of things. But yeah, no, it's as much crap as I give Cross Wars, and again, in particular, Young Hunters, because I love Cross Wars and I love Cross Wars Seven Kingdoms, but Cross Wars Young Hunters is a, you know, it's the 0-2 to Cross Wars Adventure, and just needs to die in a fire. But this is just it's special, and I can't really put it any other way. But you're free to tell me I'm wrong. Drop down in the comments what you think is best episode. And with that, I think that's where we'll end this episode. Thank you very much for joining me and listening to me ramble on, and I hope you've enjoyed the clip show. Let me know, genuinely do let me know down below what your favorite episodes are. I'd be really, I'm really curious to know, you know, what are your, you know, your top 2 or 3 or whatever. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe. We're at the tail end of this now. I reckon the next couple of videos are going to be much shorter because the topics aren't, well, they don't look to be as long-winded. So I'm sure you'll be happy for that. But 25 days down now, we've only 5 left. And if you've made it this far, I hope you'll stick with me till the end. Till next time, have a great evening and take care.